You clicked on this video because every side hustle you've been shown either needed skills you don't have or felt like a second full-time job after an already exhausting day. I went through dozens of options and found 3 that real 9-to-5 workers actually like doing, not because they sound good in a YouTube title, but because they fit inside the hours you already have. 9-to-5 workers across America are running these quietly after clocking out and pulling $30 an hour with 0 phone calls and 0 commute. I call it the after-work edge. By the end, you will have the exact first step for each one. And Hustle 3, every creator in America already has the problem. Almost nobody has figured out they need to pay someone to fix it. I call this the zero-touch inbox. Every e-commerce brand in America has the same problem. Customers place orders at 11 at night and fire off questions at 6 in the morning, and nobody from the business is awake to answer. By the time the founder wakes up, 3 potential buyers have already left and bought from a competitor. That window, the gap between when customers message and when the business responds, is costing brands between $10,000 and $50,000 every single month in lost sales. That is where you come in. Your job is to cover 2 windows, a morning shift and an evening shift. You log into a shared inbox, sort messages into 3 buckets: revenue questions from buyers, critical complaints, and noise, and handle the first 2, no phone calls, no video, just text-based replies from your couch before and after your 9 to 5. Now you are probably thinking, this sounds like a $12 an hour support job. Here is what changes everything. The old version was exactly that: ticket quotas, overseas competition, low pay. In 2026, triage specialists, who position themselves as revenue retention specialists instead of support reps, are getting paid $30 to $50 per hour, or monthly retainers of $800 to $1,200 per client for just 2 to 3 hours of daily shift work. But most people who start this hustle never make the one positioning shift that turns it from a gig into a retainer. More on that in a second. After deep research, I found this man, a marketing analyst from Los Angeles who started DMing Shopify brands whose live chat was offline when he messaged them as a test customer. He charged $800 per month per client for 2 hours of morning coverage. Within 6 months, he was making $2,600 a month before his actual job started. Same hours, different pitch. Here is your exact first step. Find a brand in any niche, go to their live chat at 6 a.m. and send a product question. If nobody answers within 10 minutes, that is your pitch. Message the founder directly. I noticed your chat is offline during peak morning traffic. I cover morning and evening shifts for brands your size, and most clients recover their first missed sales within the first week. That one message is how this starts. Most channels push recycled advice. Everything here is research-based and built for real 9-to-5 schedules. Hit subscribe, it is free. Hustle 1 pays you to respond. But Hustle 2 pays you to break things, and the founders whose software you break will thank you and pay you for it. I call this Break It Paid. Every week, hundreds of new software tools launch on Product Hunt and Indie Hackers. Founders spend months perfecting the code. They launch. Traffic floods in. And somewhere between the pricing page and the payment button, something breaks. A mobile checkout that shifts off screen. A coupon field that removes all charges by accident. A Stripe element that throws a silent error on Safari. The founder has no idea. Sales are disappearing and he cannot see why. Your job is to find that break before it costs him a month of revenue. You are not a developer. You open the product as a new user, pull up the pricing page on your phone, try to buy, hit F12 to check for console errors, and record a 5-minute Loom video walking through exactly what you found. That is the entire skill. And founders pay $300 to $1,500 for that video. Most people assume you need a CRO certification or development background to offer this. Here is the truth almost nobody talks about openly. Founders are brilliant at writing code and completely blind to their own payment flow. Research shows 20 to 40% of trial users abandon a software checkout, not because they dislike the product, but because of friction they never encountered themselves. And the first person who shows a founder their own revenue leak closes the deal before any agency ever gets a meeting. After deep research, I found this man, a 9-to-5 IT support technician from Atlanta who started recording Loom videos of broken checkout pages he stumbled across while signing up for tools he personally wanted to use. He sent the first one to a founder via Twitter DM. The founder paid him $900 for a full audit within the same day. Over 3 months, he completed 11 paid audits at an average of $680, making $7,400 working 6 hours a week. Here is your exact first step. Open Product Hunt right now and filter by tools launched in the last 48 hours with a paid subscription tier. Pull up the pricing page on your phone. Try to buy. Open the browser console. If anything looks broken or confusing, record a 3-minute Loom and DM it to the founder on Twitter. Your next client is sitting in today's launch list. By the way, the free 7-day roadmap for all 3 hustles on this list is ready right now. Exact steps, day by day, starting from zero, completely free. Link is in the description. Hustle 2 pays you to find what is broken. But Hustle 3 pays you to fix something creators have been living with for years, and most of them have no idea the fix takes under 20 minutes. I call this the mute into money method. Right now, somewhere in America, a podcaster is uploading an episode filled with mouth clicks, long awkward pauses, and room reverb that sounds like he recorded in a bathroom. He spent 3 hours editing it by hand. His listeners are dropping off in the first 30 seconds. And he has been doing this every single week for a year because he believes cleaning audio requires special training. It does not. Not anymore. In 2026, free AI tools like Descript, Adobe Podcast Enhance, and CapCut can remove filler words, tighten gaps, eliminate background noise, and level an entire recording in under 5 minutes. The 3 hours of manual scrubbing, completely gone. The only thing left is someone to run the tools, do a final quick listen, and export the file. That is the entire service. And creators are paying $50 to $150 per episode for exactly that. Now you are probably thinking, will AI just automate this completely and cut you out? Here is what most people miss. Creators already have access to these tools. They are not using them because they have content to create, sponsors to manage, and an audience to grow. They do not want to learn Descript. They want to send a file and get back a clean episode the next morning. That is what they are paying for. Time, not technical skill. After deep research, I found this man, a supply chain analyst from California who started in 2024 by offering a $10 podcast audio clean on Twitter. He would take any raw episode, run it through Descript, remove filler words and gaps, apply studio sound, and return a polished file in 24 hours. Month 1 he did 14 episodes for $10 each. Month 3 he was charging $75 per episode with 3 recurring weekly clients. Month 6 he was making $3,200 a month working evenings and weekends. His average editing time per episode, 12 minutes. Here is your exact first step. Download Descript for free. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes on any topic. Upload it. Click Remove Filler Words. Click Studio Sound. Listen to the before and after. That 2-minute demo is your entire portfolio. Now go to Apple Podcasts, find a show in any niche with bad audio, find the host on Twitter or Instagram, and DM them a 60-second voice message with a before and after of their own episode attached. That message closes faster than any cold pitch ever will. So there you have it. 3 hustles built for the hours you already have after work. Cover morning and evening inbox shifts for brands losing sales while they sleep. Find broken software checkout flows and get paid to point out the leak. Clean raw podcast audio with free AI tools and charge by the episode. The only question is which one fits your evening. Get the free 7-day roadmap for all 3 in the description. It tells you exactly where to begin. Thanks for watching.